one level variable, but now I am replacing some part of the string, only this part. So this t will get replaced with either in or out, either in. So in this case it is in this case it is out. Hope it's clear now.
Yes, sir.
Fine.
Yes,
so
sir.
this is, yeah, so we have seen also one more time where we were declaring a different 0 1 level variable, right? I hope so. Yeah, see here. So here what I was doing is I was declaring a 0 1 level variable separately myself, and I'm using a copybook where there is no 0 1 level variable at all. So see, I'm using a copybook 1, right? So here I was using a copybook 1. See, there is no 0 1 level variable here, right? So you can use either of these ways, your wish. So anything is fine. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So let me open one JSL. Yeah, so let me open this JSL. I just need some file. Start 3.4. Let me open the file. Let's suppose this is how the file is, guys. Now, the thing is like what I want. So I want this to be in another file in a reverse order. So what are the ways you can do, guys?
Sort.
Yeah, tell me. So the thing is like what I want another file. So I want in a reverse order. I want in a reverse order. So this is how the order is. This is how the order is. I want to arrange this in a reverse order. So how to do that? Using a cobol program, guys. I don't want using sort. With sort very easily you can do, but I want to with the help of cobol program.
Key concepts.
How to do it?
Key concept.
Key concept is like
this
is a PS file, right? This is a PS file, so you cannot use a key concept here. Somebody says something, right? What is that?
Occurs, sir. We can use occurs.
Okay, so like occurs, how you will do? How?
We can move data to.
We can move data to.
Occurs.
Occurs. Then. Then next, what do you have to do?
We can display it in a reverse order, sir.
I don't want to display. I want to take a backup of it. I want to create another file in a reverse order.
We can.
Or else we can use Maxwell.
Sorry?
We can move another.
1 minute. Sidhu, can you please go ahead? Sushmita, wait for a while. Yeah.
We can move another file to the reverse order, sir.
Okay, fine. I will start writing a program. Can you please help me? Sushmita, yes, go ahead. What is your approach?
We can use Maxwell also, sir, for reversing order, ascending or descending.
Internal sort? No, I don't want to use that. I want a simple cobol program for that. Fine. So let us try to understand. So how you can do it. Okay, see. Let us not write the program from scratch. Let me use this. Yeah. So I'm using this. I think the bytes is 30 bytes, I believe. Yeah, 30 bytes. I can use this program for reference. Okay, so I'm just read or I'll write something called as a WIRTREV reverse. I'm writing some random name. So I'm assigning some file to it. So here, so it is having something like this. So where I have to write it into an output file. So that's where I will create another file. So let me replicate this. So I'll write something called as what file status 1 here. So file status 2 here. So here student file, and let me write something called as what R here. R. So this is in reverse order, and let me use DD as 1 and DD as 2. So I can give any name. So but I'm using this. So let me repeat the layout. So one for student file and one for R. Right. So I'll take something called as what student record R. Fine. So I'll repeat a working storage file status variable. So with 1 and 2. Clear. So then what shall we do? What shall we do? I'm opening the file. Let me open both the files. One is student file 1 and comma. So I can use something called a student file 2. Can I use it something like this? Right. I'm opening the file. Then what I have to do is I have to start reading. I have to start reading the file. So until file status 1. File status 1 is 10. So I'm reading the file, but after reading the file, what I have to do is I have to move this record to an array, guys. I have to move this record to an array. For that, let me declare one array. So for example, 0, 1. So saying something what is a student array. Okay, so I'll declare something what is what 0 to level variable student detail. So picture class, maybe I will take x of 30. Occurs 10 times. What I'm doing occurs 10 times. I'm hard coding the value. So we'll see later how to make it dynamic. So occurs sometime. Fine. So this way, so we have defined an array. Now see what I will do is, so after perform until WSI 10 times, so I'm reading the student file. Then once I read the record, I will start moving the student record, which is of input file. I hope so. This is the variable student rec, right? So student rec. Move student rec to, so I have to load it into an array. So array is nothing but here. So what is the array I have taken? Student detail. I'll take something as what? Student detail here. So here I have to give what, guys? Index. So which is nothing but either index or subscript. So maybe I will take some variable called as what x, or let me take something called as what c. Cnt as a variable. Let me declare that. So if the read is successful, then only I have to do it. So that means what? I will take the status here. So if the file status 1, so is 0, that means what? Successful read. So then only I will perform a movement to an array. Then only I will perform a movement to an array. So I keep on incrementing the counter variable, right? So how to increment? So just by simply 1 minute. The navigation is somewhat slow. Give me a minute. I'm just incrementing the counter. Add 1 to cnt variable. I will declare. So then I keep on loading into an array. So then I will do something called as end for this. Fine. So before performing here, so I will do something called as what? Move zeros or move 1 to cnt variable. Okay, fine. So then I will declare a working storage variable. So called as what? cnt. So I'll take picture class 9 of 2. That is sufficient for me, right? So what we are trying to do? So we are trying to read the file, and then loading into an array. So keep on loading the data into an array. So once everything is loaded, so what we are doing is let us try to do one thing. All right. So I will do something called as what? Perform I from 10 by minus 1. What I'm doing? Perform varying I from 10 by minus 1 until, so what I have to do? Until I is equal to 0. Can I use? Can I use or not?
Yes, sir.
So can I? So I'm doing it in a reverse way now, right? So what I have to do now again? So I will use something called as what? Counter variable, or I can directly use a counter here itself. No need to use a declare another variable. I'll use a CNT itself. I'll use something as what? Move student hyphen detail CNT to student record. So what I've given layout for the output file. So I think student R I have given. R. So once it is available, so what I will do? Write stu recr. And this way, so I can perform a write operation. Then I will do something as what? End perform. Use something as what? End perform. Then let's close the two files. So what are the file names? stu file and stu file R. I've changed the names. Okay, so reading the file, and so we have opened two of the files.
Sir, hyphen is missing for student trace.
Sorry?
Hyphen is missing in the student trace. Move student trace in the performs.
Okay.
First part. There's a move student trace. If WFS1 is equal to 0.
Here, right?
Yes, sir.
Student record to student detail. Yeah. So I think sufficient for this. Let's see if you are facing any difficulty, then we'll write it. That's not a big deal.
In perform, you have mentioned I equals to 0, sir. I mean, there you have
Okay,
declared
that's in the
CNT.
variable. Yeah, done. Okay, so very good.
The student file R should be in output mode also.
Very good. Can you use something like this? Okay, so very good.
Yes, sir.
So any more things? Fine. Not a problem. So let's go and compile the things. So write in a reverse order. So let me submit. None. Compilation errors, no, 0. So replace xcop. Then let us prepare a run JCL for the same. Right. Okay. So let me use this. All right. So let me use this. So here I will name something called as reverse. So I've given something called as what? STUDD1. And here I have given like what? STUDD2. Let us highlight the JCL. I hope everything looks good. Let's see if you're facing any difficulty. We'll try to handle it. WRIT REVJ. Let me submit. Done. All right. So let's go and verify. So what is happening with this file? So do you think you will get the result, or let's see that. Are you getting the result in reverse order? So this is a simple way of achieving it, right? So we have hard coded something. Yes. So we have hard coded something. So what are the things we have hard coded? So we have hard coded like number of records in the file. So we have hard coded like what? Number of records in the file. So in the program, so we have done that. So which is not up to the mark, like which is not recommended to use it, guys, which is not recommended. So I want some answer in a dynamic way. So this is your assignment, guys. So for example, see, I have this file. You know, there are 10 records in this file. For example, we don't know how many records are in this file. So how to proceed further? So that's where the concept lies between. That's where I required an answer for the same. So do you have any answers for it, guys? Do you have any answer? You don't know how many number of records are there. For example, see, today we got 10 admissions. Tomorrow we may get 100 admission. Day after tomorrow we may get 1 admission. So after that you may get 10,000 admissions. This 10 times is not recommended. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Right. So this one is also not recommended, and this one is also not recommended. So here what we have given here 10 is also not recommended. So how to remove this, and how to make sure this program will work in all the cases, even if the input file is 1 lakh records or 10 lakh records or even 1 million records, it should work in all the cases. So how to achieve this requirement? So this is what your assignment is, guys. Clear? So the program should be very dynamic, guys. Very dynamic. It should work in all the cases. So please work on this. Fine. Any questions in the assignment?
So can you please once again repeat the assignment about this?
Okay, assignment is very simple. So presently see what we have. So we have only 10 records right here.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, for example, tomorrow we have only 2 records. Then also it should work.
Okay.
Let's suppose we have 100 records. Then also it should work. Let's suppose even if you have 1 lakh records, then also it will work. So it should simply reverse the file in all the cases. But this program will not work. Reason behind this, we have given something like this. So we have given something like this, like 10 times. Yes or no? This is not correct. Hard codingly 10 times. So we are declaring an array 10 times. So we are performing a variant and 10 times only, which is not at all correct. So we have to avoid writing it. So make sure program work very dynamically, no hard coding of the values.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so this is a simple assignment for you guys. Fine. So let us do some more thing. Right. So let us try to do something called as what? Searching of an array, guys. So let me write it. Student search. The input is like we have one file. Okay, so where the file is having some data. So where file is so in that case, what is my requirement is very simple. So whatever the input I have given, for example, so this is the file, guys. So I'm giving 101. So I have to get his name and his salary, or whatever it is, fees, whatever it's paid. If it is a student file, so I have to consider this, right? So this is a simple example. What I want is like I will pass 101, I have to get Naresh. If I'm passing like 106, I have to get Naresh. If I'm getting 107, I have to get what? Mahesh. Hope it's clear. So this is my simple requirement. Let me write it. So how you can solve it. So for this, let us use a copybook layout, so which is already defined. So no need to write it. Fine. Start 3.4. Hope you understand the usage of copybook, guys. So we can use n number of times wherever it is necessary. So no need to keep on repeating writing. So this copybook layout again and again. All right. So the copybook name is what? EMP copy. So let me write something else instead of std file. Let me write emp. So emp dd. So here also I'll write something else, emp dd. So I will do something like copybook name. Copybook name. So we have only one file, right? So I'll declare a file status variable. Right. So let me remove this. Give me a minute, guys. I will be back. So instead of 12, let's make it EMP array, employee details. Let me add something else for some insertions. Let me copy the layout. So here, to make it different, I will use something else for E. So A means what? Array. Array employee ID, array employee name, array employee salary. So no need of any file. So here it is like EMP file. I'm just closing it. So we have loaded the things into an array. Right. So we have loading the details into an array. So we are moving the count to 1 and just loading the details into an array. Right. So apart from this, let us accept something on this one. Student or EID. So because the you input as ID, so we have to find for his name and this. So this ID we will declare it as a variable. So let me repeat it. So EID and give a picture clause 9 of 3 characters. So we are accepting EID. Then so we are opening. First of all, we are opening the file. Let me move this above. I'm accepting EID and opening the file and loading the data into an array. I'm loading the data into an array. So this way we have achieved the requirement. Now what we have to do? We have to do something known as search. You think you can perform search if you are declaring this type of an array? It's possible or not? Or you have to use an index to type. Can I use the search and search all on this array? Yes or no? Both are not possible. Mandatorily, we have to use what? Indexed by. So mandatory, you have to use what? Indexed by I. It's mandatory to use it. Otherwise, it will not work as expected. Clear? So then, this perform has to be changed. So this performance, because this time it is indexed by. So indexed by. So we are trying to load it. So here, what we have to do is, so first of all, we will set the index to 1. Set index to 1. So these three we have set the index to 1. So here what we have to do, set index up by 1. Set index up by 1. So this way we have loaded the data into an array. Right? Now what we have to do, so we have to perform a search for activity on this. What we have to do? Search. Search. What we have to do? We have to search what? Employee details. We have to search for employee details. So when we have to start, first of all we will write something like what? At end display EMP record not found. Right now. So but I will use something else as when condition. So when condition what I have to do is I should mark for it employee ID. So where I have to declare an array, I will use something else word. So array variable, which is nothing but this of index is equal to accepted employee. If it is found, what I have to do? Are you with me? Understanding? Not understanding. Display. So let us find these variables, name and salary. Display name. Right. So let me use this. Let us write something about index variable over here. Right. And employee salary as well. Let me use the index variable for this as well. So I can use I over here. Then I can do something else. And search. Yes or no? Can you do something like this? Yes, no. Sorry? So the requirement is very simple. So my requirement is like C. So I have one file, I have an input file, which is having some data, which is having like employee data. So I will take employee ID as an input, and I want name and salary of an employee. Name and salary of an employee as an output. So this is what my requirement is. Right? So what I did, so I have, first of all, I have declared an array. Okay, so with the same structure as of the file, right? And I have loaded the data inside this. So for how to load it, first of all, I have opened the file and I'm reading the file and then keep on loading the data inside the file. So it's nothing but employee record to EMP details and this loading. So employee record is the layout of our input file. Yes or no? So employee record, EMP copy the employee record. I'm loading into it, employee details. Right. So now it became a simple array. It became what? A simple array. Right. So in an array, how to search for a particular ID? So with the help of search or search all. Both you can use, but here I'm using search. Employee detail array, and if you are not found in single employee record not found, if it is found, what I'm trying to display? I'm trying to display the name of an employee and salary of an employee. So this way you can find it. Hope it's clear now?
Yes, sir.
Let's see if we have written any mistakes. No, that's not a problem. So let's make the program to EMPSRCH, employee search. Let me copy this. Let me save in a similar way. Let's see if there are any compilation errors. I'm afraid. Let's search. Let me submit. You want to well, let's go and verify what might be a problem. Let me go back from this. Let me do a sort of change and then open go and school m.pipeline.ht. There might be some syntactical errors. Let's go and verify that. Okay, yeah. So I have used the previous variables itself for my performance. Let's go and change it. That's not a big deal. So I was using the status. Okay. Let me change it somewhere I was using. Yeah. So here, let me remove this. Here also I was using student pay because I'm changing the existing program. So this where the problem arises. Apart from that, I believe we also yeah. So we are also using. Apart from that, I believe everything looks good. Let's go and compile it again. Not a big deal if you are getting out again. Let's solve it. Let me submit. What? My CC4, there are no compilation errors. Let me go here. So let me do something else. Write something in JSL for the same. I'm just referring the whole JSL. I'm using this. What we are doing? So EMPDD has a daily name. The file name is same. And I have only one file, so I'm just removing this. Right now, I will be passing something that is sysyn. Sorry. Sysyn DD star. So what is the employee we have? So let me go and check the files once. So let me open this file. Okay, so let me open the file. So what we have? 101 as an employee. So let me give that. I'm giving that 101. So end of the instance data, and let me repeat for end of the JSON. It's not mandatory to write manually. So this is how we did. So let us do the same. Employee search JSON. Let me submit. Nothing you will get answer or not. Let's verify and check it. I'm getting like 4038. Let's go and verify what might be a problem. I might right. Reference template 010938. Okay, so let's see. Accessible storage, result in unhandled condition. Okay. Yes, can you help me with the solving problem? I understood the problem. Can someone help me in understanding the problem? Can you see this? Yes, please. Answer, please. You should be very quick in understanding the problem, guys. Huh?
Address of the data is the difference.
Address of the data, like, can you help me in finding that? Okay, I'm just going to a program. So can you please read for me? So where to do changes? Yeah, so I'm going in edit mode. Just a minute.
Yeah, working easy.
Ready?
In this 01, we change the
Sorry? Not understood.
The ID should be the different in both the files and
Both are different, right? So both are same only, right? 903, here also 903, and input field also 903. Sorry? Yes, we can. That is a layout, right? Yes, I can use it. Understand. Sorry? EMP? Right. Where? In a home state. Yeah, it's move employee. Okay, move on the employee rec only, right? So I'm reading the employee rec data and then I'm writing into employee details. Okay. If you have a doubt whether the data has been loaded or not, so what we can do, I can simply display this, right? So let's do that. After perform, I'm just displaying this. So I'm just displaying an array so that you can get some clarity whether the array has been loaded with data or not. Display simply employee array. Right. Let me save this. Let me compile this. Done. Compilation done. Let me execute it. So again, we're getting the same problem, right? But let's go and verify the school. That's not a big deal for us. So whether it has been read the record or not, so we are exactly the problem is not see. So are you getting the display? Yes or no? No, right? So what is saying? The reference to table employee detail by verb number 0119 address area outside the region of the table. So what do you understood by this? Got clarity? No, yes. No answer still?
Not setting I to 0.
Sorry? You are setting it next to 1. You are setting right?
Setting is right. You need to reset to 0.
0, 1. 1 and 0 both are same. Can you please repeat what you are saying?
Again setting I to 0. I to 1, right? 0, right?
Insert, okay. So before searching, you meant to say?
Before searching, set it to 1.
Here again, right? So hope you remember we have discussed these points. We have seen it in an example as well, right? So okay, let's see. I'm not saying it is correct still now, but I'm keeping these thoughts. That's it. Generally, if that is the case, you will get like record not found, but you will not get error. Okay, so let me execute it. Same open, change in the one, alright? I want your answers. I'm happy. Let me refer this. This out. Yes, guys. If you want, I can show you the offset value as well. So like ICC. Okay, so which is nothing but the offset value. So that you can understand where exactly the problem is occurring. Right. So let me go back. Let me go to compilation. So let me see whether the listing is on. Yeah, listing is on. So let me go and show you the compilation. So with this offset value. Are you getting? Right. So here, what is the line you are facing on a brand? Let's see. So ICC. Right. So it is having some balancing related issues. So it will not show. It is showing in assembler format. It's not showing now, so it's not a big. So you cannot see that now. So even though the listing is on, so still you are facing this. List is on, so it will show you the coding. Yes. How to solve this? How to solve this? Answers please.
The range is found. The range. SS range.
Range. SS range is not out of range, right? So here 10 is already there. So I'm reaching only within the limit. I'm performing search only. Yes, yes. Answer please.
Coming to me right now on 31th line.
Sorry?
31. Line number 31. Count would be like 0, right?
So it is not counted on it.
We need count to be incremented.
Count to be incremented. So here what we are using ENT, but here what we are incrementing I. So what do we have to use here? I. Sufficient? Sufficient. Yeah. So try to understand the problem. Right. So I'll show you 1 minute. Compilation done. Let me execute it. Solve. Problem solve. Let's go and see the score. Okay. So what is the error? We have already seen this error. I have shown you error when we are practicing with the online cobol compiler. So that is what I am expecting an answer from you, but nobody answered. So I will also explain the error as well. But let's see the answer first. Are you getting right? So see, the entire array is getting displayed, and we have given what? 101 as an input. So that's the reason you are getting narration controller. So let's suppose if I'm changing the output here, so to 102, so you will be getting the answer separately. So 102 detail,
So that means what? It is going and searching a table, a file data, so which we have loaded into an array, and then it is displaying the values. So let me show you. Right. So the second answer. Then let me explain you the above. Okay. So you are getting Mahesh and 20,000 salary. That's cool. Now let's go back and try to explain you the error. So see here what it is saying. Try to understand the above. What is saying? The reference table EMP detail I was 01. Okay, 01. So try to understand what it is saying. Let me go back to the compiler listings. So this is the compiler listing. So this is the existing program which is happening. So here, find for count variable. So count is declared where? 01 level variable. 01 level variable. So that is what the problem is. So you have given an index value. Okay, we have also faced the same issue. If you set the values above the number, then it was working. If you are setting values below the subscriptor index, below the other, then it was not working. It is a part of the same array. So that is the problem. That is the error it was saying. So that is the reason I asked you to understand the error. So it's clear now? Try to understand it. See, this reference of a table EMT by verb number 01, line number 38. So try to understand this very easy.